All right, everyone, welcome back. Episode 96, Season 2, Episode 46. Gonna come out and get this right out of the way. Forgot my flash drive in Pennsylvania. No more intro. As far as intro tune goes, I don't have it saved on my computer because of storage. It's a MacBook Air. Apologies for that. And stick around for the beginning. There's some program updates, some life updates. And while you do that, just stick around for the whole episode, which is brought to you by Podgo. Podgo is the easiest way for you to monetize your podcast, providing podcasters with a flat rate for ad space, so you always know how much you get when you include an ad from Podgo. Apply today to become a member and immediately get connected with people that fit your audience. That is podgo.co at podgo.co. Thank you, as always, to them for the support. And this episode, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity DLC. What's next for Bayonetta, Animal Crossing, and Mario after no shows at E3? We just recorded this, I already forget. Amazon charts post E3 for Nintendo, which are looking really good. And what exactly does advancing the modern Sonic franchise mean? All this and more, guys. As always, thank you so much for the support. I say at the end of the episode, but leave a rating and review. Every rating and review you leave until Tyler's girlfriend's birthday is a copy of Paper Mario he has to buy for her. And just make it the most memorable birthday for his girlfriend, man, by giving them a very subpar experience of Paper Mario the Origami King. And with that said, guys, enjoy the episode.
What is going on, gamers? Welcome back to another episode of the Switch It Up podcast, Season 2, Episode 46. Here, where I am, it is cloudy and shitty. Colby, how's it like where you are right now?
It was 91 today and sunny. But it's gonna
good.
be
Yeah.
there's gonna be a tropical storm running through here in North Carolina tomorrow by the time you're listening to this. So the tides will have turned.
Of course.
The tides will have turned.
Speaking of tides, Mr. Colby has completed his move down to the sunny shores of North Carolina.
Yeah, it is done. I am now here full time for the summer anyway. I'll be back up in Pennsylvania in a few short weeks here, but get some time here with the family. Stress is over. That's nice to know that the car ride here, the final car ride here was absolute hell. We ended up having to stay overnight somewhere in Virginia and then finish in the morning. Not fun stuff. But we made it. It's over. Nothing to fret about now. Tyler, how's it like where I left off?
Well, it's humid as shit. You just suffocate as soon as you step out of a building. And there are severe thunderstorms like every other day right now. So it's great. It's same old here. But how's it like? You're in your own private gaming room. Like, how's it like living in Lurelin Village in real life?
Dude, it's awesome. So the people that don't know, I had a glass door in my last actual full-time house in Pennsylvania. Like, you could just see through my door and see what I'm doing. And now I just have no door. Like, I don't have I'm once again shafted as far as privacy goes. I just have no door.
Well, that's not your room, is it? That's just your gaming bungalow.
I sleep in the gaming bungalow.
You sleep there? That is your room?
Yeah, I sleep on the couch in the gaming bungalow. And
you don't have a bed?
No, I don't need it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I swear to God, I sleep right here on this little section. Right, I put my head there and I lay diagonally over here.
What the fuck?
I can't get out of the gaming bungalow. I'm just hooked here. It's literally all my gaming stuff. Some I'll bring to college, but yeah, I have my Zelda amiibos right now that I finally got to put the fucking Divine Beast headsets on because of shout out to you for giving me the Pro Controller for my birthday. So I got all 4 headsets for Breath of the Wild. Byleth is staying in the display. Of course. I have the Zelda amiibo coming in on Friday. It's supposed to be here. The Breath of the Wild Zelda amiibo, which means I have 1 to go. And
one last one.
It's like Thanos when he's looking at the glove. He's just like 1 to go, and that's me right now.
The most sacred one of them all.
Yes, the Archer Link. There's Ryder and Archer. I want Archer. I'll be fine with either, but I like the way Archer looks better than the Ryder. I need that to complete. Then I'm good with Breath of the Wild. I have all the ones I want, and then I can move on to selling my left leg for a Cloud amiibo.
Of
But
course.
yeah, and some other. That's really it for my personal updates. We'll get into what we've been doing here gaming wise. But we're gonna start with some we're gonna start with some show updates. But before all that, Tyler, anything else you have to add before we get the show rolling here?
No, but I guess the one thing I'll add is that so far the Wi-Fi a few states away is already holding up better than a few blocks away. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
pretty good.
Yeah, it's true. We got the Spectrum. Spectrum's apparently an internet beast, an internet titan. So we'll see if they can hold up here. But yeah, before we get into the actual show today, we're gonna do some programming updates because we do have future episodes down the pipeline here to commemorate a lot like Mario 35. It's Switch It Up 100, where we're going to be celebrating 100 episodes in total, but it'll be two seasons down, 50 episodes each.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember saying in the update episode, I don't think we'll do another 50 episode season, but here we are. We're going to do another 50 episode season because why not?
I mean,
yeah, it's just going great. But we have a lot of content this week. Depending on next week, I might bring back the Smash Brothers thing bracket, and we can talk about that because it's been a while since we've done that, or we can find something else to talk about. And then starting what would be 3 episodes from now, so I guess episode 98, 48 for the season.
Well, that would be 2 episodes from now, right?
2 episodes from 46. Now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 46, 47, 48. We are going to be revealing our top 15 favorite games of all time. No, not just Nintendo games from across all platforms. I've had my list in the making for a long time now. Tyler just started a couple days ago, and he has texted me multiple times as he roams the aisles of Sam's Club that this is the hardest this is the hardest thing he's ever had to do.
I mean, I knew you were doing this project, and you're like, "Oh yeah, you should do it too." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'll get on it." It's no mistake that I haven't done it until now. Like I absolutely hate ranking video games. It's like I absolutely hate it. I can never do it. Like I just have no ranking system for it. Like every game I play that I like, I'll just say is a 9 out of 10. Like I have no spectrum for games. Just either they're good or I don't like them very much. But
so having to put some thought into it's been.
I was about to say I'm cracking down. I thought it would be harder to get a list of 15 games, but I'm already at like 20, and I need to narrow it down.
Yeah, like in the grand scheme of things, I haven't played a lot of video games, but the ones I have played are pretty good universally. The one thing I will say about my list, I have moved some games up and down. And 2 through 15 has been some shuffling. 1 has been 1 the entire time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just warning you guys now. My list is going to be just super fucking scuffed. Like. So stupid. Like it's not gonna make it's basically like 15 games, all the same scores, so they could just be anywhere in this bracket.
And number 3,
I'm going to try to
Apex Legends.
I'm going to try to order them. Like I'm not just gonna be like, 15 and 1 are equal, But
yeah,
the rankings are going for my list. The rankings could be like moved around like tomorrow if my mood changes.
Yeah, I have some with the same score as well. Like I have multiple games that have the same like score out of 100, but they are in different spots. Like 1 is 14, 1 is 13, etc.
Yeah, and there's going to be some. I'm already working this out in my head. There's going to be like, I'm kind of giving myself restrictions to make it a bit easier for myself. Like only like 1 or 2 games per franchise, so it's not just filled with, like 5 Pokemons and 3 Sonics. Just to make, because I'm going to say the same thing for all of them from the same franchise.
Yeah.
But you guys will see. It's a little hard to explain, but just wait a few more weeks and you'll understand what I mean.
Yeah, and the big wrapping point of this is we're going to be doing 5 games per episode to close it out. So 98 will be so episode 48 will be 15 through 11. 99 would be 10 through 6, and then 1 would be 5 through 1. So
yes, that
is the program update for what's to come down the pipeline. And my final thing is Happy Mario Golf Week to everybody who is out there who is planning on getting Mario Golf. I will be honest, I have just been in an absolute dry spell as of late as far as my Switch. I stared at it today. Like I was playing Smash Brothers and Mario Kart, and I'm like, I'm not even having fun. As One Wing Angel's just blasting on the TV, I'm like, I'm not even having a good time.
You just stared at your Switch, thinking just why.
Yeah, no, I have a Mario Kart date with Brock this week.
Oh Christ!
That's official. And I
We
got
need
into
to start.
I got into a lobby with all Japanese players, and they had their revenge. They just kicked the shit out of me. Oh my god.
They punished your rustiness.
I didn't think it would be that poor, but oh my god, they absolutely annihilated me. Like I was missing double item boxes. I was like drifting into the grass. I was missing turns. I'm like, oh my god, like I am in a blender right now, and they are giving it to me.
We gotta get our streaming set up at some point.
Somehow, yeah.
We have like your Mario Kart duel against Brock would do numbers. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
Live torture session of a middle-aged man.
Yep, the Discord and like 5 more people. That would be who tune in. I'd be like, let's go, guys. I told you. Yep.
Just me screaming, "I told you so!" as you pummel him with red shells.
Yeah.
Like no matter how rusty you are, like. I don't think you have anything to worry about.
I think my worst will give me a chance. That's all I'll say about that. Like if I go there and show my like C- game, I think that'll give me a chance. But if I show up with the A+ game, it's
if you go there and your hands start to cramp, then we might get some, get a little bit of a. You might need to exercise a little bit so that your hands are warmed up.
Yeah, like in between races, I'm dipping my hand in like a hot bowl of water and just stretching it out in there.
Boiling hot water.
My Apple Watch has fitness gaming as a workout. I might have to turn that. I might have to turn that sucker on as I burn 54 calories playing Mario Kart.
I was about to say you'll burn 5 calories, 1 for each finger moving.
Exactly, 1 for each race that we do. But yeah, that's the show update and some other shenanigans. But Tyler, I say there was a dry spell, but a game that we've talked about at length on this podcast. They got some content. Some downloadable content, actually.
That's true. That's exactly right. There's really only one game on the docket that we've been really sinking some hours into, and that's not Breath of the Wild, the prequel to Breath of the Wild. That too. Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity. I was going to say Breath of the Wild: Age of Calamity, but then I had to stop myself. But yeah, Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity has had its first wave of DLC, Pulse of the Ancients, drop just a few days ago. And Colby and I have been playing that pretty much whenever possible.
Yep.
And I guess we can talk about it a little bit, right?
A great reminder of just how good and it's Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity is the ultimate game I did not know I needed until I had it.
That's exactly correct. Like it might be one of this game might be, I can't really think of how to express this.
It's fascinating.
This is probably one
really
of the games that I was most hyped up for in my life. Like after I saw it, like I was so excited.
It delivered.
It delivered in spades, and yeah, it's a bit more divisive than I would like, probably in the story sense.
Yeah, not a perfect game by any means, but
man, I love it so much, and I played the original Hyrule Warriors before I even knew this was coming out, and I thought that it'd be a bit of a harder learning curve jumping back in for the DLC after not playing it for a while, but it wasn't so bad, and I'm already sucked right back in. I'm ready to play some more right this second.
I just got done playing it for recording, and I was in the same boat as you. I'm like, oh god, I'm a little rusty here. I play on the easiest difficulty, but I'm like, yeah, my combos are gonna be off. And then like as soon as I ran there with Link, I was like, Y X Y bow, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm back.
Oh dude, that's the bread and butter combo.
It's the bread and butter combo.
I guess we should go over we should say like what our mains are in this game, real quick. Have your mains changed since your hiatus, or have they stayed the same? Have you been experimenting?
Before the DLC, I had 70 total hours on this game, and now I have 78. Mm-hmm. And I'm not even done with the DLC yet. Point for the DLC. The DLC itself is, we'll get into it here after we're done with the main. Pretty beefy. Pretty beefy for Wave 1, and you look at the description and you're like, how does this work? But regardless, Link, of course, main. Zelda is very, very basic. Link and Zelda, luminescent Zelda. For those of you who don't know, because I don't even like when she has her full like gauge for her special attack. I don't even use it. I just hold in the right stick and just watch her like float and just dismantle things. Yeah, and I just hold in X and she just breaks shields like a force choke. It's awesome.
I know, it's fantastic.
I flip flop between Urbosa and Koga for my third.
Oh, that's right. You're a Koga guy, aren't you?
Yeah,
You literally tweeted Koga every day for a while.
yeah, I tweeted Koga quotes like 3 weeks every day, and even just a couple days ago, I just tweeted just Koga because he screamed it like yes. And then I'll flip between them. There's not a lot of characters I don't play as except for a handful, but then my fourth spot can either go to Sidon, Mifa, Rivali, or who's the fourth? That actually might be the only three. I don't really play as Impa, and I don't really play as Daruk, and I don't really play as I don't really play as Teba anymore. Never plays Riju, never plays Yunobo, never plays Calamity Ganon, never plays Terraco, and I never play as the Mazmonk Koshia or the Great
Fairies.
Yeah, don't play as any of them. I really do. I have like a 7-man roster, and although will say I do use all 4 champions on the Akala Citadel map. I don't know why, but I use all 4.
It's just you got to do it.
That's such good music. Like the music for the DLC,
good. Insane. I mean, it's fantastic. I hope that we get some more like bombastic tunes in Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah.
Like we got in Age of Calamity, because god damn it, that's so like Age of Calamity really expanded the musical roster of the Breath of the Wild sort of franchise we got going on here.
I was watching the Age of Calamity trailer against not the Age of Calamity, the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer against Shocker, and I heard one of the tunes. I'll play it here on my phone, but what are your mains? Go over that real quick. And then we'll get into the DLC.
So Link is my only level 100 character.
Same. Zelda's 99 for me.
Yeah, I could easily get them to level 100 if I wanted to, but really there's no really need to, because you're already above the highest level recommended in the game. But Link is my only level 100, and I have fully upgraded weapons for spears, swords, and two-handed weapons. I love his play styles, like all 3 of them. They're fantastic. I stick with the sword and shield though, just because it's the most. I don't know. It's just easy to use, and it's just pure power.
Yeah,
and fantastic. No crazy gimmicks. You just go, and that's my go-to for all the hardest stages in the game. Impa, I actually do play a lot. Because I don't know why, she's really good. She also, for some reason, her weapon is like the highest damage one that I have.
The Kakariko Kodachi, or one of the Kodachis?
The black, the one that she has. I think that's her only like alternate weapon.
I think so too.
It's just the regular Kuna. It's just the regular sword, and then the black Kodachi.
Yeah, I forget what it's called,
but I play her a lot. She's usually my secondary if I'm going in with multiple characters. And then I've actually really liked Terraco. Like after I unlocked him, I played him a lot. He's my like 3rd highest level character, and I played Zelda a lot as well. But for me, it's Urbosa is my 4th. Like she's just so good. Like just pure power in those lightning attacks once you're charged up. Like her, it's like 4 Ys and then an X, and she does like that zigzag.
Yeah.
Just absolute destruction shield breaker move. But a possible 5th main that I might start investing into is Mifa. Because to farm one of the challenges for the DLC, I used her. Because in one of her quests, it allowed me to do the thing I needed to do many times over.
I think I know what it is.
It's the Cryonis thing.
Yep.
Yeah. So, like, the stage that I was going for to freeze enemies was her stage. Like, I had to use her.
Yeah,
and I was like, yeah, she's already leveled up. I shouldn't have any problem. But, man, I was having so much fun. Like, it's awesome. Like, going up the waterfalls, and you get free headshots just in the air over and over again.
I remember who my 4th was. It's actually Sidon. That's my 4th.
Sidon. Oh, yeah.
I had the Blood Moon mission, Water and Fire, where you have to play as the Descendants.
Yeah.
To free the original champions, and I was pulling off combos like you wouldn't believe with Sidon. Well, I'm also trying to get his weapons up.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get everybody's weapons up in that game. But regardless, enough main talk. The DLC.
Let's talk about the DLC. So, the main focus about this DLC kind of centers around this, I guess, quest tree. Is that what you would call it? Yeah. You do quests for the Akala Tech Lab in order to just unlock more new things in the game. Whether that be upgraded runes, kind of like the Tech Lab in the original Breath of the Wild, whether that be you're increasing your level cap for your weapons, I haven't played around with that much, but I think I did unlock it.
I think seals is another one.
Yeah, you get the ability to remove hidden seals from weapons, which is a very nice quality of life change as well. Some vendors will sell different items when you get to a certain point in the tree. There's just a lot of upgrades that just give you new abilities to do in the game. But also, this DLC has effectively added 3 new characters to the roster, 2 of which are just new weapon styles for old characters.
Which are unlockable through the tree.
Which are all 3 of the characters are unlocked through the tree. The first one that you get is Link with the flail that we saw in the trailer. This thing is weird, but it's cool.
It is cool. It's really cool.
I was about to say the main gimmick of this weapon style, your right trigger button, is that you can steal, or no, you can't steal. You copy the weapon.
You copy the weapon for a short amount of time.
For a few hits, and like the weapon has durability, so every time you use it, you use up some of its durability. But it has its own short little combo. Like there's a spear combo, a 2-handed weapon combo, and a 1-handed weapon combo, and they're just super powerful. And that's its main gimmick, is you can copy weapons from enemies and use them to pull off devastating combos.
Yes.
But even without the weapons, it's just a crazy weapon. Like it's just 2 guardian legs. You're like helicoptering around. You're pulling off crazy, acrobatic nunchuck moves. It's great.
Yeah, the combos look sick. I'm not going to use it in preference of the sword and shield just because I like that style better, and the Master Sword is just a better weapon at its peak. But regardless, it's still a really cool addition. I wish other characters could use it because, playing as Link all the time kind of gets boring, but I also see why. But they did spice up the roster. They did spice up the roster, like weapon types, a little bit for what we're about to talk about, which you unlock after the flail.
Correct. I was wondering when I would get this because we saw it in the trailer, and you were the one who unlocked it first, and I was like, "Ah, you bastard!" Because I'm at work, like I couldn't play.
I was on it for like months before. Like I was on it immediately as soon as I saw the DLC. I'm like, Zelda's not in that original art.
Yeah.
I'm like, she's not there, so something's up with her.
Something's up with Zelda, and then we finally learn why they were holding out on us, because they gave her a new weapon type as well. That being the Master Cycle Zero, which, holy shit, Biker Girl Zelda's real. That's cool.
That's a thing.
Didn't think I needed that, but that's nice. And yeah, it's a weapon. Like she just rides around the battlefield and uses this bike as a weapon.
Oh, it's a weapon, all right.
Which is nuts. Like her running is a lot different. Like you don't have like a walking speed and then a run speed. You just have a constant build up of speed until you're max. Her gimmick is that you can hold an RT for a big boost of speed, so you can plow through enemies, but you can't hold it in too long or else you'll overcharge the bike and you won't be able to do that again for a while. But it's super easy to know when you're about to run out because the bike will start glowing, so I've never had that problem yet.
Never. Yeah, I haven't either.
Her combos are like crazy big, wide-reaching. You just are zipping and zooming all over the damn place.
They might be the coolest looking combos visually in the game.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's wacky. It doesn't make sense how it works, but it's so good. And like this, if you told me you were gonna take the Master Cycle Zero and give it all these crazy new abilities, like the Master Cycle Zero in Breath of the Wild is like it's a little boring. Like after you use it for a while, like it's just a bike.
It's a better horse.
It's a better horse that you can summon anywhere, but then you also have the summonable horse armor as well.
Yeah. But you don't have to give that thing ancient machine parts like you.
Yeah, you don't have to give that thing like apples and ancient machine parts to fill up its gas.
It'll make it work.
But like they made this thing crazy. Like you're pulling out like Sheikah runes, you're flying in the air, you're making hard light construct ramps to launch yourself. And her special, she loads like a star fragment and like a bunch of ancient tech materials into the gas chamber, and it fires a divine beast laser out of the horn.
Yeah, where was this 3-4 years ago?
Where was that? I would have loved to use that against every boss in the game.
Yeah, honest to God, that would have made the game a cakewalk.
But yeah, I think in this timeline, like there's not a lot of lore in this expansion. It's all about like gameplay and like expanding your capabilities in the game. But if you read the description of the weapons of the Master Cycle, it says like it was created, like this Master Cycle was created by Robbie and Pura, but they based it on the Master Cycle, like the Divine Beast for the hero, it says.
Yeah.
So like this is, I guess they upgraded it. Like they kind of took the design, like that. The one that Link got is the Master Cycle 0. Like that's the original Divine Beast for the hero.
Yeah, underneath the Shrine of Resurrection, correct.
Yeah, I was about to say, and it seems like our ancient tech boys kind of spruced it up a bit, made a new model. There's actually, I was about to say, there's a
bring that shit here.
Zelda's like, give me that shit. That's mine now. But they have different styles as well. Like the flail has different styles as well. There's the base flail, and then you unlock a flail that has like guardian lasers on the end of it, and then one that's like it's like gold at the ends. It's like
I don't know if they're any better though. They should.
No, they're all the same. I think it's just for cosmetic purposes. Whichever one you want to use and upgrade.
Yeah, I figured that
is the one you can use. I think that's the case.
Yeah,
because you unlock like damage increases for those weapons in the tree itself. So
yeah,
it's not like, because you don't get the flail as like a reward weapon for quests. Like you don't get them like you get other weapons.
No, you only get one of those.
You only get like those 3 flails,
and you have to use weapons you find in the overworld to upgrade them.
Yes. So do not dismantle them or fuse them into other weapons. I don't even know if it allows you to. I have not tried.
I have not either. I'm not sure you can get it back.
Yeah, try not to do that. But the style that I have unlocked for the Master Cycle actually makes it a different animal. Like it makes it, instead of a horse design, it's a bird design. It's like a hawk.
I have like what's it called? The Centennial? That's the one I use.
Oh, there's probably a third one. I haven't unlocked that yet, but I think it's interesting that it's a bird. It's like a hawk.
That's cool.
It kind of reminds me of that, like Urbosa calls Zelda Little Bird.
Ooh, good callback.
So now Zelda's riding this fucking
little
badass
bird.
Bike with little fucking guardian swords at the end of the first wheel.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, it's cool. It has like a whole tail attachment too. They completely changed the design, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's really sweet.
I just cannot believe Biker Girl Zelda is like I hope that's in Breath of the Wild too.
Again, something I did not know I needed until now.
No, we did not get, because we saw like a cinematic for the Master Cycle in the trailer, which so far is not present here.
No.
Which gives me hope that we might see more of like that character with that weapon.
Well, neither of us have unlocked the Guardian yet, have we?
No, the Guardian is like the last thing you unlock. And like there's a, like you unlock, it's like qualify for battle tested Guardian 1 out of 2.
Okay.
So I've only gotten one half of it. I'm working on the second one. Yeah, it's a grind for these things.
It is. It's a lot.
We didn't even
talk about the vicious monster battles.
I was about to get into that.
Okay.
I was going to say, like, that's the big thing that you're going to be doing in this DLC is grinding vicious monster quests. They're a new type of quest that house a new type of enemy. So basically, you're thrown into like a small section of a map. Like after every quest, a new vicious monster like quest will appear somewhere. There's like vicious monster Akala Citadel. There's vicious monster Korok Forest, etc.
Hyrule Field, yeah.
Hyrule Field.
It basically takes you back to the main story missions.
Yeah, or at least in the locations they took place.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I mean.
Yeah, you'll have those vicious monsters, and then when you get thrown in, you first have to do some really like menial things, like capture like 1 or 2 outposts, and then defeat like 1 or 2 key enemies. Nothing big. But then you get put against the vicious monster, and these are a new type of enemy that are much more challenging than we're used to. They have, crazy amounts of health, a lot more durable shields, and they can be different things too. There are Lionels, there are Hinoxes, there are Choo-Choos, there are Stone Taluses, there are Blizzrobes, Meteor Wizards, and Thunder Wizards, or Wizrobes, sorry. And
man,
if for a given location, like even if you like do multiple vicious monster quests in the same location, the monster at the end will change. Yeah. So like the first time I did it in Akala Citadel, it was a Stone Talus. The second time it was a Lionel, and then so on. Like the monster is randomized.
I think at like a quarter damage or half damage, they call in reinforcements.
Yes, at a quarter damage, like as you whittle down their health, they will call in support monsters, which I think just consist of the different elemental types of both Wizrobes and moblins,
Yes.
and I think those are the only ones. But they call in a shit ton of them.
Yeah, it's like an 8v1
all at once. Yeah, and there's projectiles flying everywhere, and because you have like rune sensors going off all over the place.
Yep.
It's hard.
It's
like
not easy.
Like the vicious monsters, even the vicious monsters themselves have variants to them. Because
that's right. They have different.
Right?
They have different. Yeah, they have the little titles. Like I think one's health advocate.
Yeah,
so it
one's
has higher
like
health.
full of
one's
life
like,
or health advocate. Those have like more HP.
Like unbreakable will or something like that. High defense.
I was gonna say like unbreakable fortress or like unbreakable.
I think I just got peerless warrior for a Lionel high attack. Like they all have different gimmicks to them.
The ones that you want are the high attack because you can just dodge that shit.
Yep.
But if you get like unbreakable fortress or like unbreakable shield,
you're gonna be there for a while.
You're gonna be sitting there for a while because those shields take forever. Especially on mobs like mobs, I'm like in Minecraft. Especially for monsters like the choo-choo who don't have like a weak point that you can just shoot. Like you just have to wait for a rune thing to show up for them to be vulnerable. Or you have to use your
only a take down like one of their 6 shield points.
It's rough. That's why I use Link for all of it. And he's my strongest character and it still takes me so long.
Yeah, I only use Link for those.
But doing those for every vicious monster that you kill, so sometimes there will be 2 or just 1 or 3, you will get 1 vicious monster report. We are already 30 minutes in, we're still talking about the same thing. But that's fine. Longer episode.
Listen, that goes to show, like, for Wave 1, lots of content for this DLC. Like, Fire Emblem 3 Houses DLC was 6-7 hours maybe, and it gave you stuff to do in-game, but Age of Calamity DLC, still not done with it yet, 7-8 hours in. Wave 1, and Wave 2 is supposed to be going to have a lot more stuff, like actual story scenes in it.
Yeah, I was about to say, this also adds, like, not just the Vicious Monster quest, but new, just original quests to the game.
Correct, yeah.
Like, I think they're relatively more challenging, but they're not all, like, based on challenge. Some of them are just new, cool quests. Like, one of them, you just have to play as the villains and take on all the heroes of Hyrule.
Calamity.
Koga and Calamity Ganon, they're the only villains playable so far. But you get Suga and Astor as NPCs as well in the quest. And you have to storm Hyrule Castle and take down all the heroes, all the champions, and Impa and Zelda and Link and Terraco.
King Rome, all of them. Get them all out of here.
Oh yeah, and King Rome too. And they all like show up in different ways. It's cool. Calamity Ganon is way too big.
He's way too big.
The camera goes through the wall when he's the only one I had leveled up. So I was using him exclusively, and it was rough.
I was only using the legend himself.
Koga, of course. That makes sense. I mean, he can shoot a guardian laser out of his eyes for some reason.
I can't believe it.
But yes, Vicious Monster quests. Do those, and you'll get Vicious Monster reports, which is stuff that you need for that. And doing the new quests that are added will give you like the different sort of ancient materials that you need to also turn into the ancient tech lab.
Yes.
Which I am also kind of short on, like the Robbies, whatever, like machine powder.
They're like oil, like maintenance oil, stuff like that.
Stuff like that. You get them sometimes by doing the Vicious Monster quest. I haven't tried going back and doing like the new DLC quests again, because you get first time rewards for them, which include those items, but I don't know if you continue to get them afterwards.
Yeah, I haven't tried it either. Maybe I should try that.
Yeah, we got to experiment with grinding because we need to get the last character, the Guardian, which he's definitely, I don't understand how this Guardian's going to work.
Probably also way too big.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to be a villain, because I want to see if he will...
Doesn't look it, though. He had the orange glow.
He had the orange, so he's probably not a villain. I mean, I guess he's, like, Terraco controlled, so I guess it'll be fine.
Can't wait to do his training. Like, well, who's he going to fight?
That's true. I don't know, but, like, you get to play as a Guardian, and he's gigantic. I don't know how he's going to fit through all the tight corridors that are in this game. Like, I don't know how it's going to work. Like, I do not want to... I want to take him into Hyrule Castle and just see if I get stuck. Because I don't even know. Calamity Ganon barely fits in there, and he's not even that big. Like, compared to the Guardian, who's like 2 Calamity Ganons wide. I don't know, man. I don't know how it's going to work.
I don't know either, but is that everything for Age of Calamity DLC as far as like content goes?
I think so. Just new quests, new characters, new weapons, new challenging quests, new level caps. It just expands your ability to play the game and, you know, upgrade your characters even more, which is great.
If you're like me, it will definitely hold you over until Mario Golf comes out on Friday. Definitely go buy it, and the deal's over if you're listening to this on Tuesday, which of course you are because it's first day it's available. But Age of Calamity DLC and Breath of the Wild DLC, 30% off bundle. You could have gotten them for $60. Like that's just
that's really good.
And Three Houses, you could have got that for $60 with the DLC. Like those games will never go on sale again. You missed your window.
Yeah, I was gonna say make your purchases now. This is like the first sale I've ever seen for these games.
But that's Pulse of the Ancients. Next wave is in
November.
Not November, and I forget what it's called. I think it's Remembrance of something, if I remember.
It is something like that. I'll look it up later.
Remembrance of something. But yeah, Age of Calamity DLC.
Oh, Guardian of Remembrance.
Guardian of Remembrance. Yep, Guardian of Remembrance. So probably something to do with
Terraco. Yeah.
Story missions, all that stuff. Story scenes. Very excited to see. Just love seeing the characters interact back and forth. Awesome stuff.
That's going to be great. Also, my theory of Robbie and Pyrrha being the next playable characters was totally shot in this. Like, they definitely aren't. They are NPCs in some missions. Like, you have to escort them, but they don't even pilot the Guardian. Like, they're just. I definitely dropped the ball on that one.
Do you think Suga and Astor are shot down too?
No, I think those two like have to be. Like that has to be in the next update. Like those two. Those are the only original. Those are the only original characters that have been added in this game that are not playable. They need to be playable. Like I think they need to be.
I don't know who else I can add. Like maybe if the story scenes add a new character, I don't know. But
yeah, it's already a fantastic roster. But like,
it's
you got two guys with like full movesets right there. Like they're bosses. You can just use their movesets.
They warm me up for Breath of the Wild 2 by making 10,000-year-old Link playable.
Oh shit. Nah, they would no.
There's no chance they do that. All right, before we go on Breath of the Wild 2 tangent. As you know, Tyler, E3 was last week.
It certainly was. I do recall slightly.
Yeah, we put a lot into that and content wise, but I guess for our closing thoughts, we're gonna be wrapping up E3, wrapping up everything by talking about franchises that weren't at the presentation and what could be next for them. I have 3 written down here. I think I sent them over to you.
Yep, you did.
Which one do you want to start with?
Let's start with the one that we know a new game is coming for. So Bayonetta.
And there's actually some talk about it this week.
I did not hear that, so please take it away.
Bayonetta 3, they got an interview with one of the heads at Nintendo who was overseeing the project, and they basically just asked him, is Bayonetta 3 still a thing? Announced in 2017, have not heard anything since. A lot like Metroid Prime 4 up until this past E3.
Yep.
And they were like, yeah, it still exists. In fact, I'm here to tell you that it's progressing very well, and that we wanted to show stuff at E3, but we just weren't ready because of COVID and all that.
Yeah.
So what I got from that is maybe if there's a November, December direct, there'll be something there on Bayonetta.
I was about to say, I think the next direct that we see, that'll be the closer. Like, will be Bayonetta.
Yeah, it'll be somewhere in there. But then again, that combats with Breath of the Wild, which Eiji Numa said, please wait a little bit longer. Combats with Metroid Prime 4, I want to see the 7 lines of code they've written for that game.
They added another one. It's
great. Who knows? And then maybe it conflicts with some other stuff we have on this list. But Bayonetta 3, hype's definitely died down a little bit.
I don't think it'll be hard to build it back up though. Like Bayonetta's fucking sick. So they show that trailer, they show that gameplay of her fucking up demons or angels or whatever the hell she's fighting in this next installment. They'll be back on track.
That's a Warriors game, right? Or a Warrior style game?
It's a hack and slash.
To a lesser degree, anyway.
I was about to say not necessarily, but not a too far off comparison. I don't think. I never played it, so I can't say. But I don't know. I'm excited. I think Bayonetta is a very intriguing franchise. Based on just
IP.
Very interesting IP, and like just her very interesting history with Nintendo as a whole, like with mostly in Smash, where her legacy has just been all over the place, being just the craziest fighter in Smash 4, and then being the winner of the Smash ballot, and then coming back for Ultimate, of course. Sometimes I
Smash ballot winning.
Yeah, I know. Very heavy. Shrek probably won the Smash ballot. Very heavy air quotes around winning, but sometimes like see her in the Ultimate screen. I'm like, I don't know. Like she seems kind of out of place. Like is she a Nintendo IP?
She is. It's solely Nintendo.
I was about to say it's solely Nintendo, right?
Yeah, which is wild.
Which is, I don't know. It's just
It's cool. I'm glad they're branching out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by the series. I want to see more. Bayonetta is an interesting character, just lore wise.
Yeah, for
from
sure.
what I've seen. So, and her gameplay is just seems like a bunch of hack and slash, shooting guns out of your heels and shit. Fun. So, I don't, I'm not super invested into the series. So whenever they're ready to show it, I'm ready to buy it.
I'm ready to buy it as well. I'm right there with you. It's just nice to hear that it's still going along well. Obviously, COVID messed a lot of things up. I'm sure we would have seen it by now had there not been a global pandemic, but that's just the reality of the situation. Maybe
finally
it's one.
Healing, so.
Yeah, finally on the up. Finally on the up and up. If Breath of the Wild 2 is on taking us out of the up and
we
up,
saw Breath of the Wild 2.
We're good.
Nature is healing.
Nature is healing. But if I had to guess, I think we'll see something at the end of this year on it, or hear something at least, like actual news and maybe even gameplay. Who knows? Release date? Who knows? Honestly, who knows?
I think that's a fair assumption. End of this year will be a good time to show off some of the gameplay.
All right, we'll move on then to probably one of the biggest dogs as far as franchises go these days for Nintendo, and that's Animal Crossing, which higher ups from Nintendo did also come out and say this week that they are going to be taking care of the fans. They're going to be updating it, but as far as updates go, I'm not sure what's next. Like, they did all the seasonal stuff. It's been over a year. I don't know. There's probably nothing that could ever get me to come back and play that game for an extensive period of time.
Yeah, unless you give me the ability to get another island or something.
Yeah.
Give me a huge expansion to the space that I'm able to build in. That would probably bring me back. Because right now I'm my space is I'm out of space to do shit in,
Yeah.
I don't want to tear down all my shit just to put up the new seasonal stuff or all that. My shit is filled to the brim with stuff. And I don't know what other updates they could add. They could add quality of life changes. They could add new features or new new things to. They could add new things to do. I'm sure they have. It's those boys probably have great ideas swimming around in their heads already.
Yeah.
But I was about to say I think that's about all we're gonna get on Animal Crossing, because there's as far as a new game goes, no way that's gonna be a few years out from now. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't think we see a new Animal Crossing till the new next Nintendo console, not the Switch Pro, but the next new console.
I mean, this is the biggest Animal Crossing has ever been, so maybe the execs are changing their stance on how they want to use the franchise and what they want to do with it. So we could be seeing some different stuff coming down the pipeline that we're not used to seeing from the Animal Crossing franchise, because we don't see it very frequently get new stuff, as in separate things from the main game that's going on at that point. But maybe we'll see more of it. Maybe we'll see spin-off Animal Crossings more often than we normally do.
That's definitely a possibility. It's just going to be tough to. I imagine there's a lot of players that are in our boat where they just haven't played it in a while because they have no incentive to, or they're like you, where they're content with what they have. They don't want to take anything down for so they can put up a Halloween banner in June.
Yeah, of course.
But I think that's a great idea to give you the ability to get another island, save up bells, buy an island. You would go back if that'd be a thing. But you basically kind of have to add almost a new game style update to freshen it up for people. It's been only what, a year, two? It's been a year. It hasn't even been that long.
Yeah, it hasn't been too long since it's released.
So an update like that, I don't think would come for a while, a while yet.
Yeah,
but I just don't know. The seasonal stuff's it's cute, but I don't see a lot of players running back so they can be oh my god, there's a 4th of July update. I have to play this. I don't think there's a lot of things like that. I don't know what new characters they can add. I don't know what new gimmicks they can add to the island. It kind of seems like they've thrown every single pitch they've had up to this point that they can throw.
Yeah, I think that's a fair thing. I mean, they don't really need again, it's one of the best selling games on the Switch, if not the best.
It's second behind God, but
behind the one and only. But they really don't need to add any. Financially, they don't need to. The game has probably made double its money back probably
my God,
even more
I
than
don't
that.
even.
Maybe
Oh my
even
God,
I don't even know how. We don't know how expensive to make it. The point is, they've made their money back and more on this game.
Money, net worth up. That's all you need to
Yeah,
know.
like
Stonk is hot.
the investors are just smiling ear to ear at this game whenever it's mentioned at a
I
meeting.
remember
Probably.
back when we did the stock project in 2019. I bought like Nintendo stock because what was their
Pokemon
big
Let's Go. Pokemon Let's Go was coming out.
Pokemon Sword and Shield came out.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, no, I was in college. Yeah, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and
I think it
Eevee
was
came
Let's Go.
out,
Yeah.
and the stock one. I'm like, yes, I could buy Nintendo stock and know exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
regardless, stock is high at Nintendo. They don't have to worry about money as far as like the Switch goes. It's made its money back and then a lot more.
Yeah. I don't know what else they could do with Animal Crossing. Like they would have to instead of they would have to add like a major expansion or something, I think. For me to go back.
That's not. I don't think we're getting that for another year at least.
Yeah, so it might just sit for a while.
That's fine. I mean, there's plenty of games down the pipeline as we just saw at
I was going to say, again, that's fine. And for many, many people, they are like this game is just a endless project for them. Like they switch around their island all the time. They do crazy. Animal Crossing has become a pretty big hit on social media platforms. Like people showing off their creations, and that kind of provides a consistent sort of passion for these people to continually renovate their island and change it up and experiment with new styles and create new things to share with the other people who just want to see cool things, or the other people like them who are also creators who could use we can then use their creations to inspire their own creations in an endless cycle of just creating. So that's obviously not the majority of players, I don't think.
No, I think it's a small handful.
I was about to say it's bigger than I thought it was. Like it's a small collective of very talented and dedicated individuals, but I'm sure they will keep the game alive. I don't think they need to worry about keeping it alive. Again,
No.
it's Animal Crossing. It's not gonna die. You just kind of play it when you want to and then put it down.
It's like one more big entry from kind of just becoming its own thing.
Like, I know, honestly. Right?
Like obviously this is a home run of an entry, but you need more than one. But yeah, it's just big enough as of right now, and it came out at the perfect time, like literally the perfect time. It still would have sold well regardless, but the given situation for how much it sucked, it definitely helped the sales of this game.
Yeah, and exactly.
Finally, I do not know what more could be done in the near future.
Yeah.
For the man himself, the second most recognizable mascot from Nintendo, Mario.
Jumpman Mario was not present at E3. Aside from Mario Party. We did get Mario Party.
Main series Mario was not present.
Mario, obviously, yes.
This does not need to be said, but coming off the 35th year anniversary, they unloaded so much that they could not do anything for Zelda.
Exactly.
But even then, as far as a new entry, have not had one in 4 years since Odyssey. Haven't even heard anything on a new one. Unlike Zelda, we've seen Breath of the Wild 2 now twice. We have not seen or heard anything from Mario. We have gotten 3D All-Stars, we've gotten Bowser's Fury, and 3D World. I believe those are the two what you'd call main series entries since Odyssey.
And we also got the All-Stars as well on top of that. Or did you say All-Stars?
I think I said the 3D collection. Same thing.
Sorry, I thought you said Odyssey and Bowser's Fury, not
it's gone. I think it's gone. Okay, it's gone. Odyssey, Paper Mario collection, and then we just got 3D.
Even Paper Mario is not a main series. That's a spin-off.
But regardless, that it is Mario. Got put in. But regardless, the main series Mario games have absolutely nothing since 2017.
I mean, they don't normally, right? They just come out once when the console comes out, right?
The next Mario game, I'd imagine, has to be a new mainline Mario game. What it's going to be,
I don't know.
A lot of people are speculating.
I'm not sure we get another Mario on the Switch, to be honest.
Really?
I don't know. Like, Odyssey is fine, do we normally get multiple like main entry Mario games on the Switch? I mean like original, like brand new, like Odyssey was. Like Bowser's Fury was a remake, or sorry, a remastered port, I
Yep.
guess. Paper Mario was a spin-off, Mario Party is a spin-off, and
I
the All
think
Stars Collection is a port.
I think in recent memory, like consoles have gotten two brand new Mario games. We got Galaxy and Galaxy 2.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah.
Wii U got 3D Land and 3D World.
3D Land was on the 3DS, so it was just 3D World on the Wii U,
So the
and I
Wii, no
think
wait,
new Super Mario Bros. U as well. So
yeah,
I guess
and
that is too.
yeah, we got new Super Mario Bros. As well. So three mainline Mario games. But
All right,
before all
fair
that was
enough, fair enough.
GameCube. I think only got one with Sunshine. 64 got 64, and
Yeah.
then SNES and NES same thing at this point.
So
Mario Bros, Mario Bros 2, Mario Bros 3, Super Mario World.
Super Mario World as well. So yeah, I guess you're right. I don't know what I'm talking about. There's definitely a possibility that we could get it, but I don't know.
There's a lot of Mario on the Switch.
There's a lot of Mario on the Switch
And
already.
guess what?
You know?
He's coming back Friday. He's coming back with a vengeance, with a club in his hand.
I know. Like Superstars was just announced to like very like massive praise.
Yeah,
I
big
mean,
time.
it's not out yet, but like hype rather.
Yeah,
is the
October
right word to say.
soon.
Yeah, not too long now, and this is going to be like a celebration of Mario Party essentially. So a big spin-off title. We got Mario Golf coming this month.
Yeah, literally Friday.
So I don't know, man.
As far as like brand new IP or not, oh my god, brand new game. Odyssey sequel, Galaxy 3, something freaking new. What are you thinking?
I think an Odyssey sequel would be the most likely, or at least following up on the Odyssey formula. Maybe not like a
direct sequel.
No, not like a Galaxy.
Same engine is what you're getting at here.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I think a direct sequel would be totally fine. There's still a lot of, every location, most locations there's probably a lot more of the Mario world, the Mario Odyssey world specifically, that you can go to,
Yeah.
Because a lot of the places are kind of based off some real places in the real world, or at least some like, I guess it's kind of like an amalgamation of a lot of different cultures into a place. Like Sand Kingdom is a lot of different things in one. Metro Kingdom is just one big city, so it kind of represents all big cities into one sort of thing.
A lot of smaller worlds too.
Yeah, then you also have you have Lost Kingdom and shit. What's the poison one?
I don't know.
No, that's Lost Kingdom.
That is Lost Kingdom.
What's the castle one with the dragon?
Oh, I don't even think that's a kingdom. That's just a boss fight.
I think it's a kingdom. Like it's called a kingdom or something. But again, it's like Cloud Kingdom. Like Cloud Kingdom has like nothing in it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm sure there's a lot more worlds that they can create within the Mario Odyssey sort of space. So, I think a direct sequel would be great. I think that'd sell super well because I mean, it's a fantastic speedrunning game. The movement is the best it's ever been in any Mario game. There's been criticisms about the moons system that they have going on, but
I don't mind it at all. In fact, there's more post game moons than main story moons.
I think it's the fact that like one of the big things is that you get the same reward for if you do a super hard crazy challenge, and also if you sit on a bench with a guy. Like you get the same reward no matter what you do.
Isn't that kind of the fun of it though? Like it's Mario. You gotta think like a Mario player.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Just the satisfaction of collecting a moon is just enough euphoria to keep me going no matter what I'm doing.
Yeah, explore every corner. That's how you think like a Mario player.
Yeah, but I think an Odyssey sequel would be great, or at least following in its footsteps, because Odyssey is just great. It's just a fantastic Mario game. The visuals are fantastic. The new directions that they like put Mario through, like in the worlds and the movement aspect, and the capturing system and the sort of how levels are separated, how you go between worlds. It was great. I think a great step forward, and I think it'd be strange to kind of go back on it or not expand upon it.
Yeah.
Because I think people would be very receptive to that, just because of how well our Odyssey did and how it really just did Mario's name well on the Switch.
It would have won Game of the Year had it not gone up against Breath of the Wild.
I think so, for sure.
And crazy enough, I found this out the other day. Breath of the Wild is the first ever mainline Zelda game to outsell a mainline Mario game on a Nintendo system. That's wild.
That is insane.
That is crazy to think about. And it took possibly the best game ever made to do it. But Tyler, I mean, Odyssey 2 sounds great. I love the Odyssey engine. Mario Odyssey will definitely be making an appearance here in the next couple of episodes. But there is a game that I think would sell even better than Mario Odyssey and think would even create more hype than a sequel to Mario Odyssey and could do better numbers than a sequel to Mario Odyssey. Do you know where I'm going with this? Have you been on Twitter? So. Have you been on Twitter ever? That's basically, you can get the answer from there.
I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about, but I mean, take it away, my friend.
Well, it ends with the location and starts with S and ends with pace, and it would be the third entry in this series
in this
branch of Mario, and that's
yeah.
Mario Galaxy 3. I cannot think of a better system to put Mario Galaxy 3 on. It will never happen. I think Mario Galaxy is done, and
I think Mario Galaxy is run its course.
It might have produced the two best Mario games that we've ever played.
Easily.
Just might have. Like, if you don't have it in your top 1, 2, it's definitely top 5, unless you're certain someone who has yet to play them. But
I was about to say Mario Galaxy 3 or like Sunshine 2, 64 2. You know what I'm talking about. Like those series are done. You know.
It's unfortunate too.
I think a 64, like a follow-up to 64 would be really cool. Because it's just a basic Mario story. But I don't know. I just think it'd be cool. Having like the Peach's castle be the main focus, jumping into paintings again,
going
really
to
brand new worlds. Discovering the secrets of the castle was probably the best part of 64 for me. Like the castle itself was just this huge, just web of just secret shit that you can find.
Treasure trove of just different shit to do. And when they brought that back in Odyssey, oh my god, that was so cool.
I was about to say the Mushroom Kingdom, you know, it's its own kingdom, so, you know, obviously it has its own like moons and such, but I don't know, man, just Peach's castle being like outside of all the normal levels like in 64, but still having like its own just absolute, at least to me, like seemingly endless things to find and do. Just made 64 really cool. Back all the way back when I played it for the first time on the DS.
Yeah.
So I think a 64 follow-up would be cool, but I don't think, obviously, very unlikely to happen. And I think a follow-up to any of the previously established Mario
just as unlikely.
Games, just as unlikely. Again, I think Odyssey 2 has some legs to it.
Yeah, just because of how well it's sold.
Just to ride that wave even more. I think it would be either that or just a brand new thing.
I was about to say, if I had to put my money on it, I think it'd be a brand new thing, which I'm fine with.
I was about to say, I'm fine with that. It's Mario. You can't really get a bad Mario, like at least not a bad mainline one.
Not a bad mainline Mario experience. No, it's almost impossible.
They take their time with that shit. Like they know they have.
There's been nothing on a new mainline game for 4 years.
Yeah, so they.
Well, apparently the Odyssey team has been busy working on the Donkey Kong game, which we didn't see anything about on the E3 presentation. But if that's the case, then the case, that tells me two things: A, we're not getting any news for a while, and B, they do plan on reusing the Odyssey engine in some way,
or at least some of the experience can be,
or at least expanding on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll ask. I guess two things. Do you like the way Mario moves in Odyssey or Galaxy better? Like, do you like the zero gravity or the cab mechanics better?
I mean, I don't think it's necessarily the zero gravity. I don't know. Like, Odyssey Mario can do everything Galaxy Mario can do and more. You know what I mean? Like, the spin attack is different in Odyssey, but you just have so many more moves. Like, every move Mario has ever done in his career is in Odyssey.
And more.
Like, you literally have there is a dedicated list of moves for you to reference. There's so much shit he can do. He's one acrobatic little plumber man.
For a pudge belly, he can certainly get up.
I was gonna say he can gymnast. Like, your sister's probably very impressed by his abilities.
Oh my god, yeah, he might be the most. I don't know how he ever loses in those Olympic games. He's just a stud.
That's true. Yeah,
he's good at everything.
Sonic's got him in like straight line speed, but as far as like in literally everything else.
Man,
But
Mario's got him.
but yeah, I don't know. I really think it's been perfect. Like it's getting close to perfect. You know what I mean?
The
Like
movement?
Odyssey is so good. Like you got speedy options, you got tight jumping options, you have so many cool things to do, crazy wall jumps and kick flips and back flips to get different heights and different ways to break the levels and get to places that aren't normally accessible at that point that you're at, except with some crazy time jumps like you're able to pull off if you're skilled
Yeah.
enough. Like just seeing what people can do in speedruns is literally mind-boggling. More than any other game I think I've ever seen is the shit that it might not be more complicated to do in this game rather than other games, but just the way Mario moves is just so good. And that's probably like the most universal thing I've seen praised for Odyssey is it's like Mario's just movement.
It's definitely the best part of that game, and it is kind of like revolutionary for that series anyway. I really don't know how they can expand upon it at all, but
I don't either. Like I really don't know how they're gonna, because they've literally it's kind of like a Smash Ultimate thing. Like every single move that Mario has done is here, like dives, and they even add more things like the rolling and the cap platform jump. Like everything's here and more. I don't know what they can do after it that won't feel like either you're taking things away from Mario's moveset that should just be there,
yeah.
or you're just, well, I guess that's just the one thing, because adding more I don't think would be bad. It would just be, I don't know, unnecessary. It feels like there's already so much. What more can they add?
Well, you see in 3D World, they're already adding Odyssey mechanics into these Mario
I was
games.
about to say in Bowser's Fury you can move, like you can do the dive shit, like like they added that from
Odyssey
to make it feel more like Odyssey, since you're moving around in a 3D space, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what they could do. I really don't, because comparing this to like Sonic, like Sonic's moveset changes wildly between games. Like they take shit away from him.
All the time.
They take shit away from him all the time. Like the light speed dash, where if there's a row of rings, you just fly along that ring, like that line of rings. Like you don't have to be on anything, like on solid ground. If you activate the light speed dash, you do that. That's not in every single Sonic game. The boost isn't in every single Sonic game. The spin dash, the fucking spin dash isn't even in every Sonic game. That's like the most iconic thing you can get.
Yeah.
So, comparing Mario to that, like Mario just kind of keeps adding, or like his moveset's pretty consistent between his games. Obviously, in both Sonic and Mario, 2D's moveset is going to be different from 3D's moveset. But, within those bubbles, Mario is a lot more consistent than Sonic is with the moveset. Yeah. So
I think as a whole, just compared to any series, he's the most consistent.
I was about to say, because he just keeps adding on, and it all flows together so nicely. So I just don't know. Like add Flood to Odyssey, like I don't know.
Not a terrible idea. I mean, if they want to put Odyssey Mario into any of the older Mario entries and just spice it up, I'm fine with that.
I guess remaking old Mario entries with the Odyssey movement, sure. Give us 64
in the Odyssey engine,
64, but with Odyssey movement. Like, just imagine the speed runs, dude. I can't even fathom.
Oh my god, that's must watch right there. But it seems like Odyssey sequel or New Line Mario game is where they're headed, and
I just don't know what I mean. They got some brainiacs over there. I'm sure they have it all figured out already, but for me, with my smooth little brainlet, I have no idea what they're going to do after this.
This is why we don't get paid the big bucks to make these decisions.
This is why we are not employed at Nintendo.
It's true, but coming off of E3, and I had the Breath of the Wild 2 music to play. I might play at the end of the episode, although I do have. I'm gonna play the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity DLC music at the end of the episode. I think it's only right, but
all right, fair enough. Yeah.
I do have coming off of E3, the Amazon charts for Nintendo, or not just, we're kind of really just Nintendo because Nintendo's killing shit.
Nintendo is dominating the
It's
charts right now.
it's the top. Nintendo has a spot in all the top 10 except maybe one, which I'm kind of iffy about. So number one is actually Metroid Dread, which is great to see.
Absolutely fantastic. Like, it's just so good to see. It's been so long.
Yeah.
And it's so good to see Metroid. Like, the Metroid hype hasn't died, and seemingly is at an all-time high right now for this new 2D Metroid game that's been it's 19 years in the making, or I think like 16 years is what they said. So, or at least 16 years in the
minds of the creators.
In the minds of the creators before it's been finally realized. So, again, huge for this franchise. This is what the Switch is best at. It just reinvents. It kind of reintroduces these series.
Yeah, we'll get to another IP that this is a big entry for here in a bit, but the next game doesn't even have a title, doesn't even have box art, and doesn't even have official release date, and yet it's number 2 on pre-orders, and that's Breath of the Wild 2, to no one's surprise.
Can you pre-order that right now?
On Amazon, you can pre-order it, and it says Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, Nintendo Switch. The box is just a blue box with the box art coming soon with the Nintendo Switch logo on the top left-hand corner.
I mean,
and it says this item will be released on just December 31st, 2022, which seems early.
I think December 31st.
From 2022. I think it's coming out 2023 now. Like, I honestly gotta believe that.
Well, I think that's just a placeholder date. Like,
it is.
Like, that's what to say. So you think it's gonna go all the way to 23?
We'll talk about that another time. This will be a 3-hour episode.
Oh, I was gonna say this is new. This is news to me. Oh no.
Number 3, Mario Golf Super Rush, coming out this week. No shock there. Number 4, Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp. Again, a lot more hype behind that game than I thought there would be when it was first shown. But I'm happy to see that's getting an entry. Then the other IP that really needs to sell well, WarioWare, is at 5.
That's true. I mean, if they want that series to continue, it's probably good that it's definitely good that it's up there.
Yeah, and if they want 2D Metroid or just Metroid in general to keep selling,
I don't think they'll have a problem with that.
I don't think so either. I think the best Metroid stealth put was 3 million. I think this could kill 3 million.
Dude, I think it's gonna at least double it. Like,
I had that too. I had that in mind too. 6 is Skyward Sword, which has recently received some flashback because people are paying attention to it again. Like, oh wait, yeah, they didn't update shit.
Yeah, right. Of course.
Number 7 is the first Breath of the Wild. Number 8 is Doki Doki Club Plus. We'll skip number 9 because Tyler will have a hernia. And number 10 is Bowser's Fury.
What's number 9?
Oh, you don't want to know.
Is it Mario Kart?
It's the cart as he twitches.
Jesus Christ!
It's Mario Kart 8.
It never ends.
No, it does never end. Oh wait, I just saw that.
No,
you
turn the 8 on its side. It's Mario Kart Infinity because that's the last fucking Mario Kart that's gonna be released.
Honestly, I don't see why they would make another one. That one just keeps selling incredibly well.
I don't understand.
I don't understand either. It's kind of wild.
But a good chart.
A very good chart.
Very good chart. Nintendo's fucking making those big bucks.
Yeah, just good stuff to see all around. From the boys, they always deliver.
From the big N.
They will always deliver until the end of time. And then finally, not a really big Grand Slam finale here, but we did see it, and you were mentioning on Twitter. I think